Small Talk. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Small Talk. You already know it's usually 2 queens, but today we have 4 queens. So y'all already know that means 4 perspectives, still one topic. Britt, introduce our guest and let us know what we're talking about today.
So to the bottom, we have the lovely Miss Margie. Margie, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself. Tell everybody where they can reach you.
My name is Margie. You can reach me at Miami Fly on Instagram, and you can follow us also on the local, your local angle.
And then we have the lovely Miss Brittany from Texas. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Brittany, with the I, not the Y. You can follow me on Instagram at Britty, Britty 1908.
All right. So we have 2 lovely queens in the building. Today, we are going to touch on something that I feel like a lot of ladies need to talk about, but don't. But then, like, it's already kind of sitting in our gut a little bit because we know the ins and outs and we know what we should and should not do, and that is girl code. Dating your friend's ex.
Ooh.
All right. Let's get into it. So, scenario, boom. You got a girlfriend who has a boyfriend and they break up. You all are still friends. Would you, if he came at you, let's say he slid in your DMs, if he came at you, do you think that it's okay to date him or to talk to him?
Absolutely not.
Why?
To me, that's a super messy situation.
But even
because especially if we're still friends, we're all still friends, and my homegirl just dated him and just broke up with him. What's the time frame?
Okay, so let me do it like this, right? Because I know we should be respectable women. Let's say he was like a high school sweetheart. It was long ago.
Oh.
And then now, but this is still your best friend. This is one of your closest friends. He dated her in high school, and now he's trying to shoot his shot to you. You talking to him or not?
I think that I might have to. I just still think it's messy. We're in our 30s-ish now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that my best friend has a man and she's happily with somebody at this point. And I just think, I know the dating pool is small, but where am I that I need to date my best friend's ex?
That part.
Yeah.
Why is that a necessity? Like, why do I need to choose him out of everybody that's there? Why him?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I definitely agree.
Yeah.
So here's my thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once you called it, and we used to do this back in college, you spot a dude, okay, you spot a group of dudes. You see 5 dudes in a row. It's like, okay, I got red hat, I got blue pants, I got gray shirt. He's mine, off limits, that's what it is. The minute I find out that there's something more to that, I don't care if it was in kindergarten. Bruh, that's it. You better not even try to slide in my DMs, because then I'm going to call you out on that, because I don't care how long ago that was. That's just, especially if you had some sort of intimacy with my friend and I'm still friends with this person. It's kind of hard to kind of, like build anything with that, because I'm looking at you sideways, number one. Number two, am I really like sloppy seconds, or is it a couple years late? Like, I don't feel like digging into none of that. So I really don't know. I'm the same. I agree with y'all. I'm not gonna dabble in that mess.
So like, I don't even want to bring up the other option.
Listen, I'm still traumatized from college. Okay, I like somebody, and my homegirl took him. Okay, I'm still traumatized. He was supposed to be mine. So I would never do that to somebody else. And I'm just like, I don't understand why females have no no remorse, no concern, especially if you my good friend. Nah, off limits. You're damaged goods from here on out.
Well, so Britt, okay, she took him, and do you feel like if they broke up, like you took him, so now's my time. Shoot, y'all broke up, y'all not together.
That's fair game.
That's a good question.
You just came back. I don't even know now. I didn't think about that. Well, you know what? Hell, why not? You took them from me.
That's definitely fair game to me. Especially if you knew I had an interest in him and you were just like, well, I like him, so kind of like a FU situation.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
If he comes and he's in my DMs and I still have the same attraction to him that I had before you were dating him, it is what it is. Obviously, that's not really a friend.
I was going to say, are y'all still friends at that point?
Right.
Probably not.
But then I'm also looking at dude crazy though, because then it's like, so you know what I'm saying? If like, let's say if he knew or whatever the case may be, that depends on how much information he had. Because it's like, if I was flirting with dude or whatever, and I was like, trying to, you know how we do. We're not always just straightforward, but we make you feel like you the one making the first move, but we've been setting the scene for you so that it's okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if it was that type of situation, right? And then it's like, wow. And then you started rocking with my homegirl, and now y'all done. So now you trying to come over here? At that point, no. Then I wouldn't.
No.
But if he didn't know, only she knew.
I agree.
All right.
That's just that on that.
So let me flip it a little bit.
Okay.
Margie and Brittany.
That Margie.
For our listeners, y'all can't see my face, but this is a mischievous smile, grin. If you're out on a date with your girls or whatever, somebody that you're dating, and you see your friend's boyfriend with somebody else, but they just broke up, maybe like a day or two. It's hot off the press. Are you telling your friend or
telling my friend? Absolutely.
Screenshot anybody? Like, can I FaceTime her real quick?
No, I'm telling, right? Click.
Yeah, like, what do we, like, no, we're telling her. Absolutely.
I cannot, no. And it's fresh, and that's my homegirl? No.
I'm telling her because what if he's, like, secretly trying to get back with her and telling her, you know how men are, like, I still love you, I want to be with you, like, no, we're going to take a picture because we need facts.
Absolutely.
Okay, so when it's time to pull out receipts, y'all got them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, that's loyalty. That's loyalty because it puts you in a weird space. So I've been in that space before where I was friends with the dude too, and that's where it gets a little tricky because it's like, where does my loyalty lie? Am I gonna tell my friend because I've been friends with them for the same amount of time? So it's kind of like I'm telling on him, but I'm telling her to protect her heart. But then what if he's just, that could have been his, I don't know, somebody in town and I jumped the gun. Like, is it really my place? So I don't know. I feel like I'd probably do something like, oh, hey, Joe, how you do? Oh, who's this? I'd probably pull one of those to be like, I know you saw me. So you won't have to have some sort of explanation later because you already know I'm going back to my girl, or he's gonna feel almost obligated to kind of say something to her
and explain himself. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I don't know if I want to just immediately like run it. If I'm friends with both parties, that's the scenario.
Say hello to him, and then I would go to my homegirl and be like, "Girl, let me tell you who I ran into," because I already know the conversation's gonna be like, "Oh, who was he with?" Girl, some girl. I don't know who she was, but some girl.
That's a very easy way to get that in there.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that one. But I'm wondering,
nobody can get mad at you. Well, she asked me what I was doing, and she asked me, so what was I supposed to say?
Yeah.
That's it right there,
Exactly.
That's true. That's really real. But would it change for y'all, right? So like, let's say, same scenario as far as like, your homegirl broke up with her dude or whatever. And it could be, let's say like a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. And let's say like he shows interest and you're like, you know what? I don't know. Cause like she broke up with him or whatever the case may be. She didn't like him that much anyway. You talk to your homegirl, right? And your homegirl, she gives you the go ahead. Like, yeah. Like, it's cool. Like, whatever. Would you still proceed? If you got, like, if she said yeah?
Is she really saying yes?
She said yes.
Testing your loyalty.
That's all I got. She said yes.
That's yes to me. Like what Margie said, testing loyalty. I don't know. Like, even, I just think it depends on the person. Like, there's definitely people who would be ready and willing to just hop on their their friend's ex-man or girlfriend. But I just don't think that's something I would do regardless, even if she gave me the okay. Like, first of all, girl, why are you giving me the okay? Like, I don't even want your man. I don't want that. Like, I think about like you dealt with him physically, intimately, emotionally, you know. That's nothing.
I think what's important to know is my insecurity comes from, or I should say my doubt comes from, what type of man is that? How immature is this man? Are you really approaching me in the sense that you want to get to know me, you really want to be with me? Or is this an immature mind frame where you're coming at me like, I wonder if I can bag them both? Because let's just be real here. Even though we're in our 30s and we expect men to be mature than us, or at least at our level, a lot of them aren't. So that game, men like to play that game. This is why I said this whole topic is a very messy situation. It's hard to navigate through. It's kind of like you just want to avoid the situation altogether. Because you don't know the intention of your friend. You don't want to hurt your friend. You don't know what your friend is really feeling. Is it a loyalty test? Where is this man coming from? Do you really care about me? Are you just trying to have sex with me? Are you trying to see how easy it's going to be? It's just too many things that go into it when you're dealing with somebody that messed with a friend of yours.
I agree with that. And I think like it also makes me think about like, why would I date your ex if you took out the trash already? You know, I'm consistently like, with his next girlfriend, I'm like, so took out the trash, you picked it up, sprayed some perfume on it, he's still the same dog, still barks the same. Like, there's no way that I'm gonna watch you go through something, or even if we're not that close of friends, like, you guys broke up for a reason. And I do believe that there's different chemistries for different folks. Maybe she wasn't for you, whatever it is, I don't know. But at the same time, if I call you a friend, that means that you've earned that. We've earned those titles in each other's lives. So at some point, whether I knew about him or not, like, it just feels weird. Now it's different. So here, one more question. What if you know, we meet people every day of our lives. And let's say you go to work, now you have a work BFF, right? And then boom, you start dating this dude. And she tells you, oh, that's my ex from 3 years ago. Are you going to stop dating homeboy? Because technically now you're dating your friend's ex.
You see, now that's a little, I mean, you didn't know.
I didn't know.
And like, we work friends. We only see each other at work. I didn't know. Oops.
I'm with Brent 100%. I just want you to know.
Yep.
We can't just be out here throwing away good men. Like, come on now. Go ahead. That's just how I feel.
Myself, I didn't even get him knowing that he was your man prior. Oh, wait a minute now. Time out. Like, I kind of like him.
Okay.
You like, I might go to a new job, but we're not going to be cool anymore. So,
facts.
My friend, my work buddy. I don't know. See, then that's where it's a little different to me.
Yep, I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
Asia, what about you?
I definitely agree with that, especially because in my mind it's like, you can't be mad at me for something I didn't know.
Yeah,
that's number one. I mean, you could get mad, like you could, but it's not going to change. You know, especially if it's a good situation, right? To Margie's point, especially if it's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all have been vibing. He hasn't given you any like red flags or whatever the case may be. You're not just about to throw that away and be like, well, I actually just found out that homegirl that sits 3 desks away from me was your ex from 5 years ago, and so we can't even be together. Like, first of all, you'll come off looking wild.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing that's wrong.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's.
I have a question. I have a scenario for you guys.
Okay.
Would you date somebody that messed around? You only had a sexual relationship with them. Like, your friend only had a sexual relationship with them, but not an actual relationship. Would you date them?
Ooh. Nah.
Like, they were just friends with benefits. Maybe it didn't last that long. It was a short-term thing. They did it a few times, maybe a couple of times, but that was it.
Nah. If it's a friend, nah. I don't want us, especially if I'm dating him, I don't want us to be able to have conversations about the eggplant. Like,
We have
right.
that was good, wasn't it?
Did he try that on you? Like, no.
I wouldn't even have comments. I would not even, like, we're not talking about Buddy. Like, if we're going to go down that route, we should just, like, make a thick, clear line. I don't want to know about what y'all did. I never knew about what y'all did. I just know you guys messed around. But
Yeah.
I definitely don't need to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
in my mind,
a
I
messy
don't
situation too.
know. It would be, because in my mind, I'm like, all right, we're not going on beach trips. We're not having no, because certain things in my mind, it's like, because then it means that it was only a physical attraction. You know what I'm saying? So it means that, let's just say my homegirl got on something real cute, you know what I'm saying? You just don't know. Or my man is looking good that day. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Because if it was only a physical thing,
Mm-hmm.
like, no. No.
Yeah. Oh, Margie, that's a lot. That reminds me of
A lot of that.
yeah.
What if he and she keep coming, linking up, little
Nah.
secret.
Oh,
No.
that's how people get beat up. But
Right. Oh my
Let's go.
God. Wait. I just thought about this, because if this is your homegirl, right? And y'all know, like, when you got something that was good, you know what I'm saying? You talk to your homegirl, like, yo, I just can't leave him alone because da 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 da. Then I'm gonna find out later. You know what I'm saying? Like you was talking about my dude?
Yeah.
oh
No.
yeah, that's
No.
that's
like the best man. It's like, yo, I'm about to marry. I got this bomb wife, whatever, and then boom, my best man slept with my wife.
She smashed the homie.
Like, what do you do at that? You're not gonna get rid of your wife. And it was years ago, but it's like, what that's like.
Yeah.
Like, that would play on my mental. So I don't know. Wedding's off. Everybody.
She's like, wedding's off.
I don't know.
Realistically, the wedding would have been off, but it's a movie, so.
I'm petty. It'll be like a Thursday night on March 20th or something. I'll just be in bed and he'll be like, what's wrong? And I'll be like, I just don't like the fact that and had like I promise you I would not get over that. I'm like,
no, that's hard.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And we're still friends.
Yeah, and we still.
Oh,
Yeah.
Margie, yeah, that just gave me anxiety.
Yeah.
My heart is palpitating.
Ooh, okay.
Like that.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So I feel like when it comes to females, you have to lay the law, right? And I mean lay the law like, don't try me. We're friends, we're cool. Say we're not friends. Whatever you are, if you're a female in my life, I just want you to know, don't try me. Mm-hmm. Because the disrespect comes from a woman who thinks that, oh, look at her. I had her man all up on this, or I was doing this and she didn't say nothing to me. No, ma'am. Because when I see you in public, I'm gonna lay my hands on you. And I feel on site. Like, seriously. Or I have to, or say something to you. Because sometimes grace can only take you so far. Because a woman that's not your caliber will not understand what you're doing. She will not appreciate the fact that you have grace and that you're not putting your hands on her. So she'll try you and she'll continue to try you and she'll continue to disrespect you. So sometimes you gotta do that. Approach that woman at the party and say, hi, so what's up? Hey, friend.
Exactly.
So I saw on Instagram you had something to say, but I'm here now, so let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what you got to do. You got to lay the law down, because if they think you're a pushover, or like certain women who are like low and trashy, that's just what it is. That's what they are. If they think they can get one over on you, they will.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that really ties into reevaluating friendships, because girl code automatically sets the tone for like, do not mess with my nigga. Like, that's just what it is. So the fact that I even have to lay the law for you to, if me and him break up and then I catch you showing out on social media, at parties, at the movies, even on a date, whatever it is, you weren't my friend, sis. And now you have given me the right to pull up, because you've disrespected the girl code.
Right.
Mhm.
Some women who claim to be your friends, when they're there for you, well, quote unquote, there for you, you know, trying to support you emotionally while you're dealing with whatever, they're not even really there most times, you know what I'm saying, to comfort you. They're there to gather information. Oh, I'm not going to tell you
Mhm.
this and that's not going well. Like, why are you, it's just, it's
And that's
disgusting.
hard. And it's
I'm all
disgusting.
for women empowerment. I'm all for like us coming together, especially Black women. You know, not even just Black women, but just women as a whole. But being that we are Black, like it means so much more. And where's your self-respect,
Right.
baby girl?
I agree. And
It's non-existent.
it's all about character. It's all about character. And we're out with our friend, red flag. And I think that red flags are across the board. If I have a family member, if I have a friend, if I'm in a relationship, we can't just apply red flags to men. It goes for women too. So I'm supposed to ignore the fact that my friend be doing something. We can't be, you gotta be smart. If your friend is doing some sneaky stuff, you gotta cut them off because that's not your friend. You cannot be for certain they're not going to turn around and do what they're doing to other people freely without any boundaries to you.
Right.
Yeah. Same.
You gotta judge. You're like, oh, don't judge people. But you gotta judge sometimes.
You gotta look, because that, I mean, I agree. Like, I agree with you. Like, I promise you, I had a friend, like, well, at the time, the friend at the time, you know, and I feel like as women, we've had moments like this, but it's just like, it's different when you peep it and it's occurring within your situation. So like, let's say, okay, your friend is like, I feel like we've been here, especially when we're single, it doesn't make it right. We're low key with it, but I feel like we've had some instance where we've dealt with a guy and the guy wasn't single, but we didn't really have no remorse because it wasn't our situation. This dude, me, the girl isn't my friend. I don't even know her, you know? But like, I had a friend at the time that was like, she kind of confessed that like, oh, I'm dealing with this guy. He has a girlfriend. And we just like, girl, we've all been there. But red flag. So my ears open. So then when I witness some things and I'm seeing you with my nigga, I'm like, and you was that same female who was over here
Point in case.
Girls do. So I can't take that from you. That's who you are, friend or not. Friend or not. You have no with involving yourself with a man who's already in a relationship. So why should I not look at you like you could do that to me too, friend or not? You know?
Right.
Yep. Sets the tone already. It sets the tone. It says a lot about their character. I think Margie said it all. I just feel like women are the best at being snakes. We really are. Like, and I'll be the first to admit that wholeheartedly. Because we
the capability that we have to get away with stuff is amazing. Because I can do something and you'll never know.
More women in the
sky. So that being a trait, I feel like you automatically already have to like hold that and understand that. And then when women show you their true colors, Britt, exactly what you were saying, how sis was like, oh, well, it's okay. And that goes for married men too. Like, don't just, listen, if you're going to be a mistress, own your role and understand that. But when you start sharing that with your friends and they start looking at you sideways when you bring them around their dude, don't get mad.
Don't get mad.
That's the mindset, that's the mentality that you have, that you've already set that it's okay to kind of indulge in those types of things. I don't know. Oh, that's sticky, messy.
It's just messy.
Really is.
But you know what? It also easily weeds out the females and the women in your life that are genuinely there for you. You know?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And it just eliminates those people who aren't being authentic and aren't being their true selves and being a real friend.
Yeah.
So, girl code is something I feel like we women we uphold, but you can definitely figure out who's really not in your corner because of how what they do, their actions, their little ways. It's a lot. It's a lot. Some women just have no respect for you. They don't care. And some women, they just, whether they're a friend or not, even if they're just an associate, someone you met, someone you seem cool with, but y'all don't speak on a daily to have like a real true friendship. It's an acquaintance, you know, your acquaintances. But like women like that too, it's just like they see that you're with someone or you had someone. It's like they want that. Why do you want somebody that's already taken or that was already taken? Like your friend had him.
Right.
Why? Like Margie said earlier, like there's too many men. There are too many men out in this world for us to be concerned about somebody else's ex. Like,
and I figure, and like I said, me being in a small town is like you have to make a choice. So, how big is your circle of friends? Because when I first moved there, I knew everybody. I was friends with everybody. Like you couldn't tell me nothing about these women. But then they started to trickle off because I was like, okay, can't trust you. You cause too much drama, stuff like that, right? And then here goes your dating life. You're trying to date. Okay, it's messy. Do I want to date this guy? Because even though I'm not cool with this girl no more, I was cool with her. So do I date him? Do I take it there? And you living in a small town where literally you know everybody from the age of 18 to 40, what do you do? And it just gets to a certain point where you're just like, you know what? I'm not going to do any of this. I'm not going to date here. I'm not going to do it because gossiping. You don't know their intentions. The drama of the women, because the women it's like a possessiveness. If they're single, they're going to fuck that guy. They can have sex with that guy. No regards to you. They don't give a hell. Damn sure don't care about you. Like the audacity of you to try to have sex with my man, even if he's not my man or not, right? It's just a trail of trash that is not even worth going down. So you make a choice. You have your morals, you have your standards. You surround your people who have the same mentality that you have. Because there are women out there that are like, look, if I want that man, I want that man. There's nothing that you can do or say about it. I love you, we're cool, you're my girl, but like that's who I want to be with, that's who I'm gonna be with.
Better hit him with the make.
It's a yeah.
It's my man, it's my man, ho. So watch your hands, ho. Shit.
That's everything y'all saying is so true. Margie, one thing that you said that we didn't really talk about though when we think about girl code is this whole thing about gossip though. Because and I feel like, and this goes back to like also the character of a person, right? So like it's like, yo, if you like, there's certain things it's like, all right, are you the type of friend, right? So it's like, for instance, if I could talk about you here, right, like, and you not around, I also better be the type that I'm gonna say it right to your face, right?
Yeah.
Because if not, it's like I'm not telling you anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing about nothing, because then you're gonna be out there telling my business to the streets, to people that I don't know. And then when I come in a circle, then everybody looking at me crazy. And I have this rule. For anybody that I'm dating, anybody that's my friend, don't have me out here looking crazy.
Right?
Period.
Do not have me out here looking crazy.
Period.
I kid you not. That is, I'm with you, girl. Whew.
Yeah.
And it is. And that's the thing. People, if they don't have loyalty to you, they are gonna be in the streets. They are gonna be talking about you, and that's that. And it's true. Like, if the same way I'm having a conversation here and I'm mentioning someone's name, nobody's going to get mad if they just so happen to hear their name somewhere, because we discussion. You know how about it. It's no secrets. There was something I posted the other day, and I said, wouldn't you love to be a fly on the wall when your friends and mutual friends are having a discussion about you? Because baby girl, are you talking about me the same way in front of them that you are behind my, like with me? Is it a mutual thing? Are you gossiping? Or are you just mentioning something, you're breezing over something? You're not really getting, like, talking down on me. You're just making a discussion. There's two separate ways to talk about somebody. Like, oh, well, yeah, you know, this happened with such and such, so I understand, I've been a part of it. Or it's like, girl, like, that happened to her, and look what she did, and that's what she get. There's two totally different tones to it. And we're not trying to have friends with nobody that's going to talk about you like that. Period.
Right.
Not in a negative tone, not something you can't say in front of me. Like, if I'm in front of our friends and then our friends are looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm hanging out with you, you got to go. Throw it away. Throw it away.
Yeah.
All the way.
Throw it away. Because it
Jordan,
don't make no sense.
throw it away, right in the trash. Right in the trash. Like, I agree. Oh my gosh. Whew.
Well, on that note, this has been another episode of Small Talk, okay? 4 queens, 4 perspectives, 1 big topic. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.